Hey friends, welcome to Woman-Owned Wallet, the podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Dare, a serial entrepreneur who has already made all of the money mistakes, so you don't have to. Now I'm working on my money mindset, expanding my companies, and having open conversations with women around a subject that shouldn't be so taboo: money. My company, Woman-Owned Wallet, and I are determined to help you foster a more positive relationship with your wallet and help you create a life that makes you say, wow. Hey, moneymakers, welcome back to another episode of Woman-Owned Wallet, the podcast. I'm Amanda Dare, and today's guest is someone who just radiates healing power and presence into every room that she walks into. I had been following Brie / Breketa Goodwin, if you want to be official, on social media for so long before we ever got to meet in person. And I knew that the stars would just align when they needed to, and did they align? I knew right away this would be a forever friendship.
Facts.
Yay! Brie is the woman behind I Am Brekita Goodwin. Her company is not just a company, y'all. It is a movement, a ministry, and a message rooted in bold love, fearless healing, and unapologetic transformation. She's just over here making me laugh, just being silly. She's a spiritual consultant, a speaker, and a self-love coach who helps people return home to themselves through intuitive guidance, meditation, energy work, and embodied joy. Oh, y'all, she has shown up for me in the most sacred of ways, just leading with movement, creating healing experiences, and simply showing up with her open arms and her full heart. Brie reminds us that confidence is a spiritual practice and that how we love ourselves directly impacts how we move through money, leadership, and life.
Ooh.
Brie, welcome to the podcast.
Oh my God, I want to meet her.
I'm staring at her. Let's just start out. I'm staring at you, baby.
Oh, hey, girl.
All of it's true.
Oh, you see me?
I see you, baby. I wake up to that, like, thunderous applause.
Yes.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is.
Hi.
Hi, my love. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited about this.
I'm so excited, too.
Yeah.
I was telling people, I was like, oh my gosh, I have still been burning my candle from the Fly Girl Candles / Brie. The workshop
Yeah.
is so good.
Oh my gosh. We love it. And it's growing its own legs. Like, we could do this in our sleep at this point.
No.
Yeah.
You are like, we're ready
Yeah, we are.
to take this,
On the road.
on the road. On the road again, just ready to go.
Yes.
Well, I'm obsessed because, as you know, I'm closing down Wow Factor, our event space, which, of course, you filled with your love and joy.
That part.
Did we have 2 workshops there? I think we had 2.
We did. I was in the space twice. We did have 2 workshops there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you came to some of the other workshops that we hosted.
Yes, the vision board for love. Yes, and I'm still playing with that one. So yeah,
I made like 3 vision boards this year so far.
I love this because you are a visionary, honey.
Thank you.
Anything else wouldn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense otherwise.
Right.
I was like painting my laundry room like the wrong color. I was like, I got to vision board this shit. And then I did, and now it's way better.
Yes, I agree.
I'm almost done with it. We'll get there. I'm like turning it into a little like garden, like greenhouse vibes.
Oh, so when I do laundry, I'm calm, cool, and collected. I like this for you. Intentional.
That's the way it feels. I
Yeah.
want to be really intentional with it. And I'm propagating like a bunch of plants. So like when it like really sprouts, I'll get you one.
I love this.
I want to be like the girl that like gives flowers and plants to people.
I think you do. And you actually do that already, but not the physical. Like you are really good at creating stages and giving people their flowers.
Give people their flowers.
Yeah. So now you're just going to do it physically.
Yeah, I did just plant hydrangeas.
Ooh.
And I'm hoping that they just grow to the biggest bushes ever.
That part.
And then I can bring all of the hydrangeas to you all the time.
That part. I love big bushes.
I mean, right? Right? So we had this beautiful experience at Wow Factor Collective. We made all the candles, and like, while the candles were curing, you guided attendees through like a journey. The journey.
Yeah.
Like, people that came to that were like, whoa, my husband was also there.
Yeah.
Loves you. And somebody, I think when they were leaving there, they were like, if Breketa had like a cult, I would join it.
Do you know I hear that all the time?
Listen, you're a cult leader. You're a Leo. We know. And I was like, you don't think you're already in a cult?
That part.
You're already here.
The minute you heard my voice, you joined.
I was like, we have merch. What do you mean? We're totally a cult.
Thanks.
We're culture.
Yes.
Whatever. I don't know.
We are. It's the same. We're a movement. And that's all people.
That's what a cult is.
That's what but cults are
that's
movement.
What it is. Yeah.
It's something that you believe in, except I'm not going to have you drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no Kool-Aid.
No, I want you to love you because I also believe in karma.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that responsibility.
Karma is so real.
It really is.
Watch out. Watch out. So what's your favorite part about doing those like sessions? Like, why do you think pairing this creative kind of moment with all the smells, because you're making your own candle with our girl Deirdre, who has also been on the pod, so go and listen to her episode 2. But why do you think that pairing that creativity with that healing moment is so powerful?
Oh, because I believe in alchemy. So I believe that we are all true alchemists. So what we've done is we have partnered these candle workshops with the new moon.
Oh.
Right? So now when we do them, they fall within alignment of the new moon because we understand that what we're building and what we're pouring into this is not just by coincidence. So we're not just building a candle. That's not what we're doing. We're learning how to trust our intuition through this process. So I tell everybody, when you get ready to smell these candles, I don't want you asking your friend what she thought. I don't want you asking anybody's opinion. I want you to allow your intuition to be like, ooh, or no, or exactly. Does it make it have an orgasmic experience? Like, what is your intuition telling you? So that's what these candle workshops are doing, is getting people to be still enough to be able to create, to be able to hear, and to be able to follow the instruction from themselves. So by the end of it, I love it because we get people crying, we have people in their feelings, but it's really a time where I had to sit with me. Even stirring that candle, that's your magic, that's your potion. Like that's really stepping into your witchy bag or your magical bag.
Going.
Yeah, like everything is intentional and everything has a meaning. And if we really live like that, we'll begin to see the meanings become. You know? So yeah, I love it. That's my favorite part.
And you get to name your candle.
Yes, we name it. I get to make a candle at every candle workshop.
You're like, I'm just here for the smell.
That part, you get to name your candle and then you wait 12 days before you can light your candle. So that's even intentionality on that. And we've had people come and say, the last class we did, someone had, her friend just passed away that morning.
Oh, wow.
So she wasn't even thinking about coming, but she ended up coming and she created a candle and the 12 days fell on her friend's birthday who had passed. So like the alignment of that. So she was able to celebrate the loss, but also the birth within that whole moment. So it was beautiful.
That is, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about intentional, showing up to that. You know, one of the girls that came to one of our workshops, I hadn't heard from her in a while. And I was like, I randomly heard from her that morning. We were like getting set up. And I was like, hey, girlie, what's going on? Yeah. And she was like, my divorce was finalized today.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I got you. So I sat down and I popped some champagne that we had over there.
Yeah.
And she was really appreciative because it's a long process and, you know, it's difficult to get out of. But it is, when you're separating from anything that's not working, there is an element of celebration that needs to happen and getting more intuitive like she was trying to that day. She was searching for that space.
Yeah.
And she literally walks in the door. And I was like, what up, girl? And, you know, I'm just like running around setting up stuff. And then when she told me that, I sat down with her and I was like, we need to be here today, you know, together.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we have a class. Like, let me get it for you. You know, like you need to be in this.
Right.
And she believed me and she, I think, went and got some food and came back. And I was really excited that she did. And then she's probably the one that told me about the cult thing. But no, that's been like 4 or 5 times. So, but she was like so happy that she stayed that day.
Yeah.
So it does come to you when you need it.
Always.
Isn't that the karma too? Or is that just something else?
No, I believe that's a part of the plan. Like the plan is, how do I...
And sorry, y'all, we're in our construction era. As you know, we are recording in the storefront. So
both physically and emotionally and spiritually,
you got
we're
them
under
revved
construction.
up outside for you. Revved up. Anyways, sorry to interrupt you.
So I think it's all hand in hand. Like when we really understand that there's a bigger energy working here, it really allows us to take our hands off of some stuff and allow us to be present to what's working. Like this, I'm here for a reason. And if I could be in this present moment, I'll learn what that reason is. But half the time we're in places and we're really not there.
Yeah.
My body's physically here, but my mind's doing what I had to do. My energy's somewhere else. My emotions are in the shit tank. Like we're all of these pieces. But what happens when I collect all of me in one moment and have somebody walk me through what the fuck I'm feeling at this moment and then be able to create from there? It's the death and rebirthing all at the same time every day. I'm dying and I'm rebirthing. I'm dying and I'm birthing. I'm dying and I'm birthing. And when we stop fighting the death, you can really celebrate that rebirth.
I like that. Yeah, we do need to stop fighting against it.
Let it go.
So I'm in therapy.
Oh, yay. Yes, ma'am. A healed girly.
I love it. Seriously, it's so beneficial to my life. And one of the first things I went in there to talk to her about was that I was having like such bad anxiety attacks. And so she was asking me, how much time do I spend in the future? And how much time do I spend in the past?
Right.
And how much time do I spend in the present? And it was about 20% in the present. And so to take away from this present moment, like we've been working, you know, she said the anxiety is future, depression is past, you know, just as like a basic understanding. And that when we aren't present and when we're in those other places, we're not honoring this moment. And that I've never been here before and I've never had these experiences before. And if I'm not going to sit within them and experience them fully, then nothing,
what am I doing?
Yeah, nothing else really matters past that, because it got me back from being so anxious all the time to being present and then trusting myself to show up in my present self as whatever I was in that moment.
And instruction is given in the present.
Yeah.
So we're anxious for forward movement that we haven't even gotten the clue to move forward to. So that intuition sharpening happens in the present, because now I know to turn left. But if I'm so focused on where the fuck I'm going, I miss the instruction to turn left. And so you can't, the future doesn't even really exist. It's right here. It doesn't. We don't know what the next moment is going to hold. So how about I play full out in this one and then know that this moment is now building my next moment, you know? That's really what it is.
Have you found people like struggle to get present? Like, do you have to work with them a little bit extra in those candle moments, or does like the smell help? I know that you've sometimes had like cards, like is it a tarot card or an affirmation?
It's oracle. It could be oracle cards, affirmation cards. I think people do struggle, but I feel like part of my gifting is knowing how to maneuver them through that.
You do.
So I already know when someone comes in with their guard up, and I address that shit firsthand. Listen, you're going to get what you put into this. So you can come and you could carry that same shit you came in here with, or you can choose to do some work to allow yourself to leave lighter. The choice is yours. So my job is not to, I swear, when I realized that as a healer, my only job is to heal myself, it became so much easier. Because when you first get in this work, you're trying to heal everybody. Your mama, your granny, you're trying to heal everybody. And you can't. The only thing I can do is be the example of what healing looks like. And then from there, it helps inspire someone else to take their journey. So when you release yourself from all that other shit, it allows you to move lighter, you know? So I think I'm good at knowing what people need and knowing how to reach people regardless of the fact, you know?
From firsthand experience, believe
Yeah.
that. And yes, I'll join your cult. It's fine. I brought you two more people. I'm like, follow her.
Follow us.
But also, like, I feel like you're so right, because even within my therapy journey and just understanding that, you know, I just love the not my circus, not my monkeys.
That part.
You have to release that.
Mm-hmm.
And in a situation where I often felt that it was my job to not always like parent, but police my mom. Like my mom, I mean, I love her so much. She's very different than myself, but she often uses humor as a tactic to get through stuff. Guess what? So do I.
Yeah.
And are they having a show outside with these motorcycles? Oh my goodness. I'm speaking. Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. So I would often find that she was, you know, using humor and using something kind of outrageous to say. And I'd be like, don't do that, you know, like, and it felt very like, why is this something that I feel the need to do? Not that she's asked me to do it, not that she has instructed me to do it, not that she wants me to do it. Right. She doesn't. And so it's like I had to release a lot of that and just not be in the state of like, I have to do something. Yes. And it was just something that was a reaction. And so I'm trying to get more responsive and be more in the moment of It doesn't have to be immediately that I'm like attacking back or giving the energy back that, we're exchanging energy. I can still exchange my positive joy energy if someone isn't in that place. I don't have to match their energy. And I think that's part of like some of that healing that you're talking about.
One of my favorite mantras is I have nothing to prove and nothing to defend.
Yeah.
And so when I find myself, I know when I'm being unauthentic to myself because I clench my ass. Like I know that, and I know I don't breathe. So when my ass is clenched, I'm not breathing half the time. And then 2, that's a sign for me to realize what's going on in this space. Like what is having you feel like you have to clam up? And that mantra has always released me. Like I have nothing to prove here and have nothing to defend. I validate me. I love me. And this is what we're going to do today. And then the fullness of me can show up, which then gives permission for everybody else's fullness to fucking show up.
I'm going to let that one go. The full applause. That is the difference. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
When you have healed yourself, and you've called me a healer, and I was like, bitch. And you were like, no, you are. And I was like, oh shit, I think maybe I am.
Yeah.
But like when you fully move as yourself, as who you are in this moment, in the present, in right now, and you trust that enough and you're showing yourself, it is a vulnerable state that most people are scared of.
Yes.
Because they're scared of the judgment. They don't fully trust themselves.
But all of that necessary.
And so if we're able to you literally are so brilliant. But just to say, like, to be a healer is to fully heal yourself.
Facts.
And in order to do that, then you're modeling it. I mean, I'm just repeating what you said, but I am an auditory learner.
Yeah.
So I just need to hear it over and over because that's the best way that we can show up as healers of the world is like to fully heal ourselves and welcome people in to a space without that judgment.
That part. And knowing that nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, let's be all the way real. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. We're waking up and we're trying to do the best. But we have this theory that if we could just do it like they do it. You know what I mean? If I could just move like they move. But that does your whole being an injustice. Like, I was born to be me. The greatest thing I could do is be me. Like, I'm doing myself injustice trying to be anybody but me. So it's like letting those things, like it's the unlearning. We spend so much fucking time unlearning the shit we had no choice but to learn. And that's what healing is all about.
Where did this healing journey start? Like, that's a...
Ooh, child, honey.
I know. I didn't say I was going to even talk to you about that, but I was just, open. My brain is like...
How did we get here?
Yeah.
I know that my healing journey really became serious in 2015. So in 2015, I packed up everything I knew and I moved here. Like, I left Tampa. I realized that I was living somebody else's life. Like, I was 1,000 different versions of myself, and I got tired of it. So I packed up everything and I moved here. And it was an opportunity for me to now go back to the root of everything. What the fuck do you even believe, Brie? Like, you're showing up in ministry this way. You're showing up for your parents this way. You're showing up for this man this way. But what the fuck do you believe at your root? So I started looking at every single root, from what I believe about love to spirituality to money to sexuality to all of these things, and had to identify, like, did I plant this seed or was this seed already planted? And once I started figuring out what was mine and was not mine, it became easier to till my garden. So really, in me, my healing journey started in 2015 for me to be able to say, I get to choose. I get to choose what the fuck I believe. I get to choose what I want to wear. I get to choose what this body looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like. I get to choose how I want to raise my children. Like, I don't have to keep choosing shit that doesn't feel authentic to me.
Yeah.
And it made me wonder, like, I looked at my weight. All of a sudden, I was blowing up because I was not being true to me. You know, so you just shove that shit down and it's going to appear somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say it manifests in some other way.
It manifests in some other way. So for me, I would say, like, all my life I've been trying to heal, but it wasn't until 2015 that it was like, fuck what everybody thinks.
Was it like a breaking moment or like a breakthrough moment, I guess?
It was a breakthrough moment. Like, I really got to say, fuck you.
Yeah.
And disconnect. And I had to leave. So some people are like, you're running from your purpose. No, I'm running to it.
Yeah.
And I can't hear it because there's so many other people wanting to tell me what they needed to tell me. And I remember Spirit telling me clear as day, no one else has to prove what you've heard but you. So I'm looking for someone to confirm and validate what I hear I'm supposed to do for myself. Nobody has to prove that but you. Like, you're the one who has to walk in it. They don't have to agree with you. They don't have to live it. They're not the ones staying up late at night trying to figure it out. They're not the ones having to carry this weight on a regular basis. Like, you get to choose to put this shit down. What are you going to do? And I put it down.
Oh, put it down.
I put it down and I picked me up.
Hey, Moneymaker, our best-selling Dolly for President tea is winning votes and hearts. And exciting news, you can now carry it in your store. That's right, the Wow Originals are on fair. We've got bold, new designs ready to rock your shelves. With new hat drops like Breadwinner and Mansplaining Survivor, keychains like In Dolly We Trust, and of course, our cult favorite tees and sweatshirts that say what we're really all thinking and sell really fast. If you're a boutique owner or a buyer and you're looking to stock up on unapologetically woman-owned, feminist-forward goods, then head to fair.com and search for Woman-Owned Wallet. Let's fill your store with products that put money in the wallets of women and make your customers say, wow.
What does it look like to be able to still be engaged and understanding what's happening in our world politically, but not have it destroy your soul? Is it possible? Are we just fighting an up or downhill battle? Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Oh my God, this is Jocelyn calling, representing Today's Woman. I just want to say this event is like lit. Like, the whole place is packed. You can hardly hear. I want to make my rounds, but I'm trying to handle the business first. I think we're looking good over here, so I'm about to mingle. So great job, everybody.
I put it down and I picked me up.
Put them down, pick me up.
That part.
Well, put it down because we're not,
It's whatever it is. It could be people, it could be a place.
Excuse me, I'm just like, my heart is so happy.
Let it sit.
Well, because yes.
Yeah. In all of the ways.
All of the time.
Yeah.
I just love you so much.
Yeah, it's about freeing you. For real.
You just freed something in the left side of my lower heart.
I love this for you.
And it hurts a little bit, but it's like
a good hurt.
It's like a release.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
So after this, I want you to really sit with that. Write that down, journal, draw, belly dance, twerk, something.
Can't twerk.
Listen, you should come to a pole class with me on Saturdays.
On Saturdays?
Yeah,
I have to work the store, but what time?
It's 11 to 12, and it doesn't have to be, it could be any Saturday.
Any Saturday.
You let me know. And she also does one-on-one, so if we need to schedule an off day and go to the studio, I think you would love that.
So I have that surgery scheduled July 1st.
Okay.
Probably after that.
Okay, perfect.
Because I got so much pain in my lower stomach, and we're exploring to see if it's endometriosis or not.
Okay.
So after July 1st, a little bit of recover time. But in July, I'm hoping that belly dancing is in my life.
That part. And she belly dances too. In August, that's National Leo Month for me. So I'm definitely going to have that on my agenda. So
in Leo season, I will,
Gang. Let's do it.
We're going to have the best time on that pole.
I agree.
And we're going to be I just feel like it's going to be the moment of full love. Full love of ourselves, but then we're going to fall in love.
Yes.
In a deeper way.
I agree.
And that left side of my lower heart, that's in my boob.
Yeah.
It really is.
It feels
under there. I could feel it. And I'm like, ooh, something just released.
Yeah.
That's going to fill up with your love.
Oh my God, I love you. In fact, it's going to fill up with your own because that's what it's needing.
Listen.
Yeah.
Bree's just always going to bring it back.
Always. I can't help it.
You should see my starry eyes right now. She's so cool. So, okay.
Yes.
I wonder if other people hearing this understand it, or if you have to get to that place of I've been doing this kind of work of accepting myself to really feel it. But I think because that little side of my left heart on the bottom just released something, there's always something to release.
Yeah.
Always.
And there's always something to get a greater understanding for.
Yeah.
So for me, it's really asking yourself the question of what do I want? Like, what do I want? What makes me happy? And a lot of people can't even answer that question.
They really can't.
No. So that means you don't pass over it. You sit your ass down and you start, even if it has to be generalized. Sometimes you got to start general. What makes me happy? The sun. The sun being out in this right now moment made me happy. So what I'm going to go do is give myself some more sun. And then once I get in the sun, the next thing is going to come to me. You know what makes me happy? Blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
Let's go blow bubbles. Like, I constantly move from that place, and I always get a message. I always get direction there. You could drive down 65 and I could be like, Spirit, I need a message. And here comes Sam Aguiar's billboard that says, you matter and we see you. You know what I mean?
The injury lawyer.
Yes, the injury lawyer. But you know,
you matter and we see you.
Yes. And but my thing is, all of his signs, like one day I picked up the phone and called.
Really?
I called Sam Aguiar's office.
You're like, because do you need a spiritual healer?
Not even that. I said, thank you.
Because you're mine.
Right. Thank you for your signs. Because when I need something, I can look up and here comes a message that is like reminding me, no, we got this.
That's really sweet, though.
And that's being able to find intentionality in everything. There's nothing that could pass me. A butterfly cannot fly past me without there being a message. There's always, my friend told me, don't you get tired of getting messages? Because she gets tired of hearing them. I get tired of receiving them because sometimes I just want to be.
Yeah.
But that's how tuned in it works for me. You know what I mean? Like, everything is a lesson. So, yeah.
I agree with that, though. And I do wonder, maybe this is just part of someone's lesson. And hopefully when you're listening, you're feeling something good. Even if you're just feeling friendship. Like, that's what's happening.
That part. And just sit with it.
Sit with it.
Sit with it.
People always say, like, fake it till you make it. And I say face it till you make it.
Facts.
Through.
Yeah.
You have to switch around those words. And I feel like we were talking before about just how, like, kind of that queen of the reframe, like, language really matters.
It does.
And the words, a lot of the unlearning is to either really understand what a word means or to that, because you've probably given it a definition that has a connotation that's like negative or positive or neutral or whatever, but like really learning what it means and then utilizing that word with intentionality.
Facts.
And so it was just interesting because you were saying like something between discipline and
devotion.
Yeah. So tell us about that just a little bit more, because I was like, get it.
Yeah. So words mean everything to me. So in fact, every Sunday I do a word of the week that turns into an action of the week that then becomes an affirmation of the week. And when I say I look up the word, like my word this week is ignite. Like I needed something this week that will ignite me, that will spark, that brings excitement. And then from there, the action that I was able to create is every day I'm going to take at least 20 minutes to do something that is creative. I brought out my weed coloring book.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I was coloring yesterday, the most dopest goddess ever, just coloring to be able to reset. And then the affirmation is that I do show up. Like I allow things to excite me. So I feel like words matter. And when it comes to like your journey out here, we constantly hear you just need discipline. Fuck discipline. Discipline is, I don't like it. It doesn't feel good, so I'm not going to do things that don't feel
punishment.
Good. Yeah, like I don't want that. So Spirit gave me devotion. When you can create habits out of devotion, you now are living a life of reverence that you never even knew. It becomes easy to eat right because I understand that my body, this is better for my body. All I want is green shit because it's better for my body. Movement doesn't feel like a task anymore. It feels like this is what I'm doing for me. Out of devotion and love for myself, these are the things that I do. And it helps you get real clear on that shit. Like if going here does not benefit me, then why am I going?
Yeah.
If eating this does not make me feel good, then why the fuck am I doing it? So then again, it brings it back to the root. What is my root? What is my reason for doing any of the things I'm doing? And if I don't know, then I need to sit the fuck down for a second, get some clarity, and then move along. We don't ever want to sit down. We don't ever want to get clarity. We want to move to the next.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were kind of saying, like there's those words. And for me, it's like the values. Like I had a conversation with my partner about like what do we really value? And to literally just say everything Brie just said because it's in my brain, but I love to say it again, and I think everyone needs to hear it again. Yeah. It's like when you're out of alignment, when you're out of that space, and that is like become a big buzzword, and sometimes buzzwords like I'm so fucking over them, Yeah. And then I'm like, well, they're kind of for a reason.
Right. Buzzwords are truth though. It's just,
they've hit enough times.
That part, it's just people aren't doing the work. I keep saying all the time, healing is trending, but the work is not.
Oh.
Do you hear me?
Fucking yeah, I hear you.
Healing is trending, but the work is not. Everybody wants to, this is $1 billion industry, but nobody wants to do the work that requires you to have the life that you desire. And that's what it comes down to.
Damn. Mm-hmm. Well, we were looking at these values and I was like, I do value health, you know? And I was, like you're saying, never stopping, starting business after business, just like, because I feel like as someone who has chosen a non-traditional way of life, like entrepreneurship, is like, I'm just an artist and I'm out here and I'm trying to make enough money to have people believe that I am worthy, that I am an artist, and that when I call myself that, you don't think I'm lying or whatever, but it doesn't matter because I am an artist.
Yeah, who the fuck is going to tell an artist that they're not an artist?
I mean, stupid people.
Right.
Not stupid, but you know what I mean. Like
people
dumbass.
who want to control
like,
some
what
shit.
The fuck? Yeah. Don't
you
tell
don't get to
an
define
that.
my art.
Yes.
You don't get to define the way that I live. You don't get to define shit about me. I get to. And when we walk in that, then everybody has no choice but to respect it, because what I know how to do is set some fucking boundaries. And what you don't get to do is impose your shit on me.
No.
I will always be a reflection. I will always be a mirror. So what you don't like in me, you got to sit with you.
You got to sit with you.
Right? What you love about me, you still need to sit with you, because you have to cultivate what you love about you. I'm just a mirror. Like that's it. People are like, I love you so much. I'm just a reflection of you.
Yeah.
I tell everybody that. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm a reflection of you. You know?
Well, it turns out I really like myself.
You should, because I like you.
I'm just a reflection of you.
Yes. You see how that hits? It hits.
It does.
Yeah.
It feels nice.
Yeah.
And honestly, to allow that through yourself, to have someone see themselves when they do feel comfortable with you, it's like, because they know that you are being yourself and that you are being open and vulnerable, and that they're welcomed into that space when they're with you.
Yeah, it's a safe space here. I tell people that all the time. You're safe here.
Yeah. You're safe. You've held me.
Yes.
You've stroked my hair.
Listen,
you're safe.
You're amazing. And you open so many platforms for people. So it's important for you to know that regardless of where I am, I'm safe. And that's root chakra work. That's like getting into your work. Again, what do I need to strengthen? What is out of whack for me? Like, being so self-aware to your own bullshit, but also being so self-aware of the magic that is you. You can have both. Two things can exist at the same time.
Yeah, and I think being aware to other people's shit, you know, it's like you said, you can kind of tell when someone's not in it or not there, and that intuition. I think so many of us often know that. Yeah. We're like, I'm not in this with anybody right now. I'm out here by myself. And it's like, yeah, because they're somewhere else in their mind. They're physically here, but how do we stay mentally here in this moment? And how do we really figure out kind of that worthiness in that way? Like these are not words, by the way. Worthy. What's your worth? Yeah. Know your worth. That's not something they're saying on masculine money podcasts. They're not. They've never said, what's your worth? Right. And it's like, I think there's so much of this that's the unpaid labor, that's the emotional intelligence of women, that we've had to carry all this extra stuff and it's not addressed and not noticed and not valued. Like just valued for us being.
Just that.
Just being, just existing. We don't have intrinsic value is what we are taught. Yeah. So a lot of times, maybe somebody is like, maybe let's just pretend our friends listening hadn't had an affirmation yet. Yeah. And it's the first time they're hearing that. Some of the reason I'm repeating what Brie is saying is because, I needed to fucking hear it again and again and again, because I've heard the opposite so many times. Right. And if you've heard it 30,000 times, maybe you need to hear it the opposite way, 30,001.
Exactly. That's my sister.
That's my girl. We get it.
Yeah. And it's about listening to which tape player is playing.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, am I playing that same track that I've been hearing since I was 2 years old? Or do I know when to press stop and allow a new track to come into play? And so for me, that's that intentionality. If you keep it around you, everywhere you go, you're reminded of it. Even when you steer left, it always brings you back center. It's that intuition. It's that knowing. It's getting so good to, this doesn't feel good. It's about what you feel. If it doesn't feel good, there's something there, and I need to be able to sit with what's there. So I think it's a season of people sitting, right? Worthiness is not something we're taught. No. It's not something that's rewarded. And value, we don't even know. We are taught value is outside of us. But in reality, the greatest value is within me. And then nobody can take that from me. So that's what makes me so fucking powerful, because you cannot repeat me. I'm an unrepeatable miracle. Mm-hmm. It's what it is. Yeah.
Just breathe in. Just taking it in.
Right.
Just an unrepeatable miracle over here.
Right. That's it.
We're just unrepeatable miracles.
Unrepeatable. You can't create this. Like, it's who I am.
And that scares the quote unquote them, of the world, of the people that are trying to keep us in boxes and are telling us the messages. That you can't even quantify the messages that we've heard as people over the years of the things that we're not, and the ways to fit in and the ways to like actually stay in the box, literally fitting into the box.
No.
And so it's like, man, the unlearning and that whole process, I just think is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we were chatting about this before, is just that like when I'm talking to women, the majority of that money conversation comes back to a place of not understanding self. Because those other questions that you just said, like the worthiness, the value, those are all defined and laid out for you when you understand self. Mm-hmm. And you do move through the world differently. I think and feel completely different. Yeah. And I always just thought everybody was bullshitting me. I'm like no.
It was cliche.
It's cliche. They're just saying this, whatever. But those people, they fucking got it and they got through it.
Yeah.
And it's so much work to get through it.
Yeah.
Emotionally, like it's been in my body. I felt it, like the tensions everywhere. But when you can get through it, the other side is just, I mean, to me, that's like almost like the God. What I mean? Like the other side of not understanding yourself is like the goal.
That part, to understanding yourself.
Yeah.
And I think the key is that journey in between. Mm-hmm. So we're so busy wanting to get through it that we don't find the beauty in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this hurts, but what I also got to see was this. Like being able to know, like in this tunnel, I like this is what I see, so I got to give it to you. But when you drive through this tunnel with the lights and everyone gets ready to hold their breath for it, but it's like you're ready to get to that next place on the other side. But also, did you take a look at what's happening in this tunnel? Like, did we look at the graffiti? Did we look at what's happening? Did we look at the structure? Like, don't be so focused on getting through that you miss who you're becoming while you're going through it, right? Because on the other side of that is a bomb-ass motherfucker. Inside of that is a bomb-ass motherfucker. Every version of me, I had to learn to go back and love. So I'm constantly having board meetings with my inner self, my baby self, my in-between self, and my adult self, my past, present, and future. We always got to sit down.
Yeah.
Because if my past, my little girl, is not on board with what the future's fucking talking about, she is going to wreak havoc.
She will.
So I need to sit down and be able to like, listen, sis, let me tell you how much we've grown. Let me tell you what we're able to do now. Look at the tools that we now have that we didn't have then that are going to make us capable of reaching where we want to go. So it's that board meeting that you got to constantly have. But we want to bring everybody to the table to say, yes, I see your vision. Fuck you. I love you, but I don't need you to see it. I need to believe it right now.
It's like we want to be inclusive, and there's this whole world that, of course, like we want all the different perspectives, but we're forgetting all the internal diversity in that way of the age ranges we've been, of the people that we have become over time.
Too,
yes. And so, it's almost like welcoming that inclusivity into your own boardroom is kind of I just visualize that as like, oh my God, little Amanda.
Yes. Is at the head of the table because,
so cute.
Yes. And you're not going to forget about me. You feel me?
No.
Yeah.
And I actually heard this thing that when you start to heal, you start to engage with like the color pink again as a girly.
Oh.
Which, hello.
You've been engaged, honey.
Engaged. Get down on one knee. Yeah, we're engaged. Like, what the fuck? There's a pink everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was telling another friend that like when people walk into this space, I literally watch their like shoulders drop.
Yeah.
And I watch them breathe out and I watch them say, wow. it's like that. It is that invitation of building that space.
Yeah.
And I think that it's been a beautiful journey to get here. And I've seen this store, and this room in many different ways.
Me too.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's so crazy to like really think back. It's like surreal. I don't love the word crazy. It's surreal to look back at that. And it's like, takes me out of my reality into the old one of like, I can still visualize the first day I opened.
Yeah.
I can visualize the day when, we had marches outside for Breonna Taylor, and I'm standing there fist up and like what I can visualize. And all those girlies, to your point, they're all at the boardroom table. Yeah. They're all helping me make those decisions.
Right. They're all evolving.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, she cute. The future girl cute. Yeah. Like, what's up? And I just think it's interesting because we're probably speaking to mostly women business owners at this moment, that boardroom, you gave us such a beautiful visual with that.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
You're welcome.
Gorgeous. Since so many of the girlies listening are probably women business owners, I love this visual of like the boardroom of you. YOU, girlies. You were like, oh, I wish I had this big team, but you do.
Yes.
Every version of yourself is at your boardroom. But who's like, we got to get into like a little bit of the CFO of the boardroom. And my girlies do love to know kind of like where your thoughts on money are.
Yeah.
And where they kind of started for you. So I'm just curious, like growing up, little Brie.
That part.
Gosh, she's so cute.
She really is. She has on the suspenders. My mom used to put me in too little clothes, but
My mom used to cut my hair like a little bowl cut. I was like looking at pictures of that. Why did you do
Why did you? I swear.
She's like, you just screamed too loud when I brushed your hair. And
so she had to.
Just sensitive. That's fine. She did what she had to do. You know what? There's all perspective getting older.
That part. We start to understand it differently.
Yeah,
as we get older, for real.
So what did you understand about money when you were little? Were there messages that you heard? Was there, we can't afford that? Was there, we're going on a vacation? What was, which kind of direction we going?
So I went to boarding school. So that's an interesting fact that a lot of people don't know about me.
I didn't know that.
And I'm a military baby. So I've traveled all over. We were constantly moving every 3 to 4 years. So it's so funny. And this is where I said, I can't wait to learn more about me and sitting with you, is that money for me just appeared. Like I was in boarding school. So my parents lived in Puerto Rico and I was in the mouth of Wilson, West Virginia, And so I only went home one time a year and that was for a Christmas break. But other than that, all the other breaks, I was in Charlotte. I was going home with everybody else. And so when money got low, I just pick up the phone and say, hey, I need money. And my parents would send me money. And then I got kids and I got older and I realized like, what the fuck? I'm picking up the phone, but there is no money. And so the interesting connection between that now is when I look at the divine, like I told you, I'm reading this book right now called Not My Money. And when
I just want you to know, I'm putting that on my audio list like right now.
Oh my God.
It's my money.
It's not my money.
It's not my money.
Yes. And it's delicious. And so what she talks about in the book is taking the word my out of it. And really replacing it with the word the. Because when you say my makes it personal. So now it's my problem, it's my issue, it's my. But when you say the, it's no longer my money problem, it's the money problem. And so it makes it no longer so much involved in you that you can now process the shit because it's outside of you. So now if I thinking into this right now moment, money still shows up for me like that. Right? But I'm no longer picking up the phone.
Just like these cuties outside. I think they really are revved up for you.
They really are. And it's pretty outside.
It is gorgeous.
Yes.
And you know what? They're having a great time.
We're going to let them have fun because so are we.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that that's what it comes down to. For me now, I really do realize that abundance is everywhere. We are taught to restrict it. So when we're taught to restrict it, we speak restricted language. We move in restricted fucking ways. So when I can really now offset to understand that everything is always working out for me, because bitch, it is. Everything is always working out for me. There's never been something that I needed that I couldn't get or that didn't show up for me. And so it's reminding myself in those tough moments that I've seen this before, but it just looked like this. Right? And then putting myself back in that position that I've always been able to get and maneuver and move. So I say all that to say, my parents taught me that money does show up when you need it. But it's now getting clear on the source of where it shows up from. My source is no longer people. My source is everything that's around me. It's the energy, it's the divine, it's the source. It's that piece that knows that it's always working out for me. It's who I am. Mm-hmm. It has no choice but to work out for me. Mm-hmm. And life teaches you that. That's that experience. But you always have something to go back to be like, I remember a time when I thought it was over. And boom, something showed
yesterday.
up. Right. And so when you go back on those times, it makes you, for me, let me speak for me. When I can look back over my life, right? That's what they say at church. When I look back over my life, I see where I've been provided for time and time and time again. Mm-hmm. So now I don't spaz the fuck out like I used to. Mm-hmm. I don't crash out like I used to. Now I put my tools into play. Brie, what is in your control? Mm-hmm. Where are you not managing correctly that you need to manage? What lessons are you needing to clean up right now? No, I'm not saying I live out here, woo, woo, woo. No, but I have a plan in place. Now we have a savings account that this amount of money goes to it every time. I got a honey pot at home. So I've started saving $5 every month, and I have a honey pot. I
thought you were talking about like
my vagina.
Yeah,
that too. But the $5 doesn't go in there.
Yeah, you can't.
It's a little
dirty.
Unsanitary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. But the honey pot, my coworker created. Like she loves to
That's
sew.
Cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture of this fucking honey pot. But we have a honey like little
stir.
Yes, stir. She made it like Pooh Bear, but that's my honey pot, and that honey pot came from a candle workshop. Because we were manifesting money. And so I called it my honey pot, the scent. So now it's like I'm finding multiple ways that money has been stacked and saved. Where there was a point in time, what is a savings account? Mm-hmm. Right? So I feel like my parents taught me that money shows up, but I had to learn how to be responsible with it as it shows up. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That makes sense. And I feel like even learning what to do with it when it shows up, I mean, how did you kind of start that journey? Is it just that we started saving, we put it, I mean, the honey pot sounds pretty recent.
Yeah, honey pot is like January. I have an accountability partner at work.
Oh,
and
smart.
So we started talking about like every month we pick 5 goals in different areas of our life, and we meet every week to talk about where we are. And so for me, I think if you hit rock bottom hard enough, you learn from that shit. Mm-hmm. I know to pay my light bill because I know what it is to come home and hit that light switch with my children and none of the lights come on. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So then as you do better, you become better and it just continues to feed itself. So for me, it was starting small. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to put this money away and I'm going to forget about it. At one point in time, I put money away and then move it right back to that checking account, right? So being able to acknowledge your growth. Now I have multiple streams of income, right? Because I'm able to tap into the gift of me. Mm-hmm. So it's really sitting with yourself and taking in all of the losses, because the losses help you create the steps to your wins. And then you just repeat that fucking formula over and over and over again. You know what I mean? You're just fine-tuning the frequency of abundance.
I like that you have like a system of like, even this morning, I was like, oh, I'm nervous. Like, I don't know. I was just, and it's just energy in me that it's like truly excited. I get to spend the day podcasting with my favorite like friends.
Yay.
Like, but I just like, I'm getting back into it after like a year and I was like, oh, I'm nervous. And I was laying in my bed and I was feeling myself get a little stuck into my phone. And I was like scrolling and like not even taking anything in. And I was like, anytime I feel that, I'm like, stop.
Right.
Because I'm not present. I'm not here. And then I told myself, you're going to get up and you're going to do what you do every day. You're going to go pee.
Yes.
You're going to take out this mouth guard. You're going to brush these gross teeth. Like you're going to do the things that help you get to the moment that you're excited about.
Right.
And you're going to take your medicines. You're going to have your coffee. You're going to sit in the sun. And those little things, like those habits, truly. Over time, I like didn't even know how to care for myself in that way. So I like used a little, it's kind of like a Tamagotchi. Ooh. But it's like on your phone where it's like a little bird that's like cheep, cheep. And it's called Finch. Okay. And it's an app where it's like, if you get out of bed, it gives you like points.
Oh, so it rewards you for doing the shit you do.
And it's like cheep, cheep. And then it gives you like, you get to buy your bird little outfits. It has a little house. Mine lived in like a pineapple, like SpongeBob.
I love this.
But it has like, it gives you that dopamine, that response, that reward. That is not me going out spending money or going out doing
drinking it away or any of those things that are not the healthiest ways.
No distractions.
Exactly. And I think I know that it's doing what works. So when I find myself getting in a rut, 9 times out of 10, I stop doing what I know works. Right? Like I know that I have to wake up and I have to do movement. So I don't call it working out. I call it morning movement.
Yeah.
And that morning movement can be Qigong. It could be 1,001 different things, but my body has to get moving. When I don't, I know the difference. I do a spiritual blessing over my body, over my head every morning. Those are things that work because it sets the tone for my ori, my purpose. Like these are things that matter. So when I get off track, I know I need to get back to my tools. What tools have you put down because you've gotten comfortable, right?
Yeah, because I feel like there's even people that have told me recently that once they get out of their routine, to your point earlier of like the discipline, they're disciplining themselves for getting out of the routine instead of just restarting the routine whenever. And I'll be like, I was telling my therapist one time, I was just like, yeah, like sometimes I forget to take my medicine, so I don't take it till the next day. But I remembered at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I know this doesn't work for every medicine, and this is not medical advice.
We're not doctors.
Not it. But, okay, let's use a different example because like I just want to be on brushing my teeth because I was thinking about my gross mouth guard earlier. But I need that mouth guard, and I can tell when I've been grinding my teeth all night when I'm stressed.
Right.
I have to wear it when I send emails now too because like
it helps
stress.
you.
Yeah, it just helps me not.
Know your tools.
Exactly. You got to know the tool. So I was telling her, I was like, sometimes let's say I forget to brush my teeth and I'm like, okay, I want to do it at 4 p.m. and I remember to do it, but then it feels weird. And she's like, why? And she's like, you're still doing it for yourself. That's when you wanted to do it. That's when you felt that you needed to do it.
And it still got done.
Still gets done.
But we want to punish ourselves for every fucking thing. And that's part of the healing journey. Why do I have to beat myself into submission? I don't. I don't. And so with everything I say, it's with ease and grace. With ease and grace. Money comes to me with ease and grace. Like if it feels tough and I have to wrestle it the fuck down, that's a sign that it's not for me.
Yeah. So how do we get people that are in that place of like, kind of that gritting their teeth place, that grit truly of like, I'm doing everything I have to do to pay the bills. And these stupid bitches are just telling me to like not be woo-woo. And I'm like, not really, but whatever. And I mean, for me, it took years, like of continuous practice to unlearn what I had to unlearn for myself. And it's different than what you had, what they're, everyone listening has to do something different. Yeah. We all have different things that we've learned. I feel like because there is that moment, I hope that there's not the rock bottom, quote unquote, moment that you have to hit in order for you to have that breakthrough. But maybe there's an ease and a grace that we can, maybe this is the nudge. Here it is. Be nice to yourself.
Right. It's a nudge, but also understanding that rock bottom isn't horrible.
No, I've been in so many new rock bottoms.
I swear to God. And I've rebuilt. Like you get to really see your strength in that. I'm not saying just be willy-nilly with it and just keep, I'm not saying that.
I think that's what people think is like the woo-woo is like, it's just going to come. It comes to me. No, those are things we tell ourselves and habits that we can create and language we put around ourselves so that when the moment arises, we are ready.
We're ready. And what it comes down to is practice.
Yeah. Let's be real. Applying for grants usually feels like a full-time job. 15 tabs open, 12 different apps, and 0 sanity left. That's why I started using Skip, the app that puts all the best grant opportunities in one place and actually makes it easy to apply. With Skip, I applied for many different grants, and they actually totaled over 100,000. Fingers crossed that I win them all. But this was all from one dashboard. 0 spreadsheets, no guesswork, and straight up support for my small business. With Skip, I applied for over $100,000 in grant funding, all from one dashboard. No spreadsheets, no guesswork. And here's what I really love. You fill out one profile, and Skip uses AI to help you optimize your answers, so you actually sound like the powerhouse that you are. It's like having a grant writing assistant in your pocket. Whether you're a founder, a freelancer, or a nonprofit powerhouse, Skip helps you find the money that you didn't even know existed and gives you the confidence to go after it. Download Skip, apply once, win more. You've got the vision. Let Skip help fund it.
Hey, this is Sahara from Brookville, Ohio. Your shop is the cutest. I love all the pink, and I love that you're supporting women. Keep on doing what you're doing. All right, bye.
Hi, this is Elizabeth, and I am thrilled to be in your store. It is amazing. And after my purchase, I put my purchase in my budget like I always do. I use YNAB, and I have for years, and I love it, just in case anybody needs a good budgeting app. Thank you so much for all that you do. You're crushing it.
And what it comes down to is practice. Yeah. So what you said is, how do we tell people that, like, the woo-woo piece of it? For me, it's simple. If you want something different, you have to do something different. And you cannot do something different for 24 hours and then be like, fuck it, it didn't work. No, it's a practice. What is your daily practice for showing up for your fucking self? And if you are grinding your teeth and you know that shit don't feel good, then now we have to figure out, what else can I do? Like, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you do something different. And half the time, we are more sick and tired of other people's bullshit, and we don't want to be aware of our own. Yeah. So really, this whole transformation process begins when you get real with your own shit.
I feel like if you're noticing it in other people, if you're in that place where you're like, everybody sucks, and it's everybody's fault, and da-da-da-da, maybe you need to remember that they're the mirror.
That part. And remember, you're a manifester. So at the same time, if you are manifesting and surrounded by it, honey, what's in you that's identifying with it? So if everybody around you sucks and you're around that space, then whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Because I get to choose. I get to choose the life I want. I get to choose the people I want to hang out with. When I realized it's a privilege to hang out with me, I didn't give a fuck who didn't want to. And it's that simple. You can call it the Leo in me, because I am a double Leo.
Double Leo.
Double. It's my sun sign and my moon sign.
Get it.
But it is what it is. It is what it is. The person's approval I've been waiting for this entire time, my whole life, has been my own. And once I got that, middle finger to the rest of it.
I'm obsessed.
Oh my God, I love you. We're going to start a healthy healing cult.
Oh my God, the cult. I'm so excited about the cult.
We're going to call it community.
You know, it's just tricking people into therapy is usually what I do. And it's not tricking, because that feels like not the right word, but I do say that a lot.
Introducing.
Oh, thank you for giving me that word, because it's introducing, inviting, allowing the openness.
Yeah, I'm introducing you to trying something different so you can become something different. And whether you try it and it doesn't work, then that's on you. But I guarantee you, if you really gave it 30 days with pure intention of showing up, not just to prove somebody wrong, but I'm going to give this the best of me for the next 30 days, you'll see the habits start to create from there. So I think anybody under the sound of my voice thinking about anything, it's understanding that you deserve the best of you, right? You deserve the best of you. And half the time we show up giving people the facade of us. And that shit is exhausting. Exhausting. You can take the mask off, you can take the hats off, and you can really sit with you and uncover the beauty that is you. And in doing that, you become selective. You become, your discipline changes. Like, self-love is a game changer, for real.
And that, like you said, that devotion before, like, I am devoted to a life that doesn't make me feel like shit.
Exactly.
If it's just that simple.
Right.
It's okay.
If every day I wake up, it's a blessing to have breath, then I'm not going to waste my breath on shit that does not feel good. I'm not. Because tomorrow's not promised.
Right. So that tool is really the gratitude.
Exactly.
You know, getting back to what are these tools that they can really utilize? And I think we've really talked to, it's not when you're out of alignment and the external part of your world is changing all the time.
Yeah.
But which habits did you deploy? Which tools did you utilize this morning to get you back to the place where you feel your best?
Yeah.
And that's not something that we're often taught. We're caring for other people. We're in all each other's lives. It's just like, I'm like literally spinning around right now. Like, it's a full tornado sometimes of just the world happening or things happening. But inside, it can be calm.
Right.
It can be calm.
And when you're calm inside, it makes the things around you calm outside. Like, it's an inside job. But we are taught to do shit outwardly. It's performative.
Yeah.
If I can have this degree, if I can look this way, if I can move this way, it's all performative. And that's not true to who I am. And anything that's not true to who you are cannot stand. So it's not going to stick. You're going to always be grasping at straws because you don't understand that you are the key. Who I need to be holding on to is myself. And that's what it comes down to.
Every time she's speaking, I just like close my eyes.
She really does.
I'm like, oh, this is awesome. You know what tool I got this week is a birthday present that I requested. And I'm very excited. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow.
Ooh.
It's an ice cream maker.
I love it. So you get to make your own ice cream?
Yes.
From home?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Do you get to pick cones? What's your favorite cone?
Okay, so I do love a waffle cone.
I fucking love a waffle.
I mean, listen, I know cake cones are nice because they're like convenient and you get like the one scoop on top. Not enough ice cream.
No, because what about the bottom of it? You leave too much a ratio out.
Because it's just styrofoam, that cake cone. I mean, just the pure movement of my jaw.
Yes.
That never does that any other time in my life is when I'm eating a styrofoam cone of ice cream. And like what's really good is that I found this new ice cream I like recently. It's called like, oh gosh, I call it the wrong name every time because if I remember it wrong, it stays wrong in my brain usually.
Gotcha.
But it's not tomahawk, but it's like Tillamook.
Where is this at?
I don't know, Kroger.
Oh, okay.
It feels like when I eat ice cream out of a cone, not only is it more special, but the Tillamook ice cream or whatever has these like ribbons of fudge through it that are like...
It's T-I-L-L?
T-I-L-L-O.
I think I've seen this. I just walked past it.
Yeah, it's like just a gallon size. And my husband got it recently and they had like a s'mores version, which is my favorite.
Okay.
My ultimate goal is to be able to eat s'mores ice cream out of season. That's a tool for me.
That's a tool. And that's with the ice cream machine, you can do that. Yes. Look at you.
But those fudge ribbons that come in the Tillamook ones, they can go down into the bottom of the cone of those like sugar cones or the waffle cones. Do you know I own a waffle costume?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Adrian's been trying to get me to get rid of it for forever. I finally took it home because we're moving out of Wow Factor and I don't have like 2,000 square feet to hide my goodies anymore. But I have a cone or a waffle costume because I love waffles so much. But I'm diabetic, so I'm like not supposed to really eat them.
Damn.
It's like a whole thing.
Catch-22.
There's like a pad of butter on the front of it. It's so cute. I have this video of me dancing in it the other night because she was like, you've never worn it. And I'm like, you're so right. She was like, wear that for Ryan without anything underneath. I'm like, get it.
Did you?
Not yet. But, we'll get there. Yeah. Once I'm making ice cream and my waffle gun, I'll put on my waffle outfit in the kitchen. It'll be fun.
I love this for both of y'all.
Oh, my gosh. It's so good. But I think the main point is, like, you got to get down to the bottom of that cone, you know? And if it's just crunching, then you haven't gotten to your core yet.
No. And understanding that there's so much out here. Yeah. Like I'm stuck on this, but I could also have this.
You can have toppings on your ice cream.
You can.
Are we talking about the same thing? No, I'm just kidding.
We really are. We're really talking about, about allowing yourself to experience the more of life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like one other thing I've been doing is getting into that gardening era, like I was telling you. Yeah. So I have all these houseplants. Yeah. And recently I got this like cute thing in my window that has like all these it looks like little test tubes. Okay. And you like propagate the plants. Okay. So I have like pothos plants all propagated in there and I like go out and I'm like, it says it's good when you like talk to your plants.
It really is. So playing music for them, all of that.
So I sing to my plants sometimes. Yeah. And I didn't used to do that. I really didn't used to enjoy life.
Yeah. And if you think about it, that moment is stillness. Mm-hmm. Because I have enough time to sing to my plants. Mm-hmm. That's a tool.
Anytime I'm dancing or singing, that has actually been a tool of mine because to get present, I can't think about other things when I'm like dancing or singing. Yeah. Like it just doesn't happen in my brain. Like I'm too in my body. Yeah. It feels too good to be in my body in this present moment. So it brings me here.
That part. So and fast. That's energy moving. So when we talk about Reiki and energy work, you have to move stagnated energy. You have to move it. It has to get out or it's going to implode. So how do I release this energy in healthy ass ways? And that's dancing, that's singing, that's walking, that's talking to my plants, that's coloring, that's all of these different things that help you release that energy. So
I love that.
Me too.
It's the swirl in the ice cream.
That part.
You got to get the
waffle
movement.
Cone it.
Woman-owned waffle cones.
That part.
Watch out. I'm going to be on, like coming around to every neighborhood like doot, doot, doot.
In your ice cream truck?
Yeah.
I love this for everyone. Make sure you come to my neighborhood. I'm in Clifton Heights.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm in the
Come right on me. I mean, camaraderie. I mean, listen, you're about to be knee deep in Sabrina Carpenter videos after this.
Me and my son, as soon as I get home. Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it because like you're connected to that side of yourself, that sexual side, and she is too. And you're going to be like, this is one, hilarious, 2, unapologetic, and 3, like, it's just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I take it. I'm going to take your advice.
Thank you. And like being a 5'2" blondie myself, like I just relate. So
you feel seen.
And
I'm going to send you random videos and say, have you done this? What did she say at the end?
Have you ever tried this one?
Have you ever tried this one? That's what I'm going to start sending.
Send me your movement and be like, have you ever tried this one?
That'll be our thing.
But it'd be really cute because like it could be one of those tools where it's like taking care of yourself. And it's like, have you ever tried this one? And you like literally drink a sip of water.
That part.
And it's like, oh, I forgot to fucking hydrate.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
Yeah. And sometimes you got to add that novelty to like release the negative energy around it. So I feel like she's done that and in just some fun ways to like, women are sexual and women should be able to engage with that. And
we shouldn't be ashamed of it. Like this world it kills me. Because I really feel like sexuality is spirituality. I feel like you cannot have sexuality and not have spirituality. But we are taught to divide the two. And this is why people don't know how to be in their own bodies. Right? So like, it's interesting, but you know.
You got to bring it all together.
Facts. It's all of me. It's all of me.
It's all of me in my waffle cone outfit.
That part.
It's just a waffle outfit. I need to make it a cone. And like, I need an ice cream outfit. That's what I really.
And I believe you're going to have it.
It's going to happen. Penny the piggy bank will have another inflatable next year, and we'll be at like a summer celebration. I'll be like, this is Eileen the ice cream cone.
And I'm going to say she's a hell of a manifester. This is what she does.
I've had that waffle outfit for like 4 years. And so it's just something every time I look at it, it brought me joy.
It makes you happy. Like, and that's the little Amanda.
Yeah.
Like, we deserve to have the sparks too. We were rushed to become adults.
So rushed.
For what? For
not
what?
That fun out here.
No. So we have to be able to balance out that shit. Because I'm not just here to pay bills. You know? Yeah.
We're here to listen to the music on the street.
And is he? Look, he's in a costume of some sort.
Oh, he's on a yellow. What's he on, y'all?
It's a yellow bike, but we were just talking about costumes. You see what I'm talking about? The intentionality.
What's he wearing, Candace?
I think it's a yellow Pikachu on a yellow topper.
Okay,
so if he could ride down Market as a Pikachu.
Oh, I see. Oh my gosh.
You can wear your waffle cone, ice cream, piggy bank, anywhere you want to.
I wore it to Bachfest recently, this like big festival we have out front. Have you ever been to it? It's really fun. They race goats.
Okay.
And like Market Street used to have a lot of goats and like all this stuff. And they have Bach beer and it's Bach and Wurst, like bratwurst. So it's like very like Germany vibe of like sausages and beer.
I like it.
But I walked around as Penny the Piggy Bank and like all these kiddos loved it. And I'm just like,
and you're introducing money in a good way.
Yeah. I was walking around with my ka-ching button.
Yeah.
And they would hit it. And it's just so fucking cute.
Look at you just making the world greater.
Right?
One cha-ching at a time.
Have you ever seen that trend that's like, imagine hating me and I'm just doing this?
That part.
And I'm just walking around in my Penny the Piggy Bank outfit.
Imagine hating me and I don't even give a shit.
I don't give a shit. So what we've learned today is that for your money, maybe not giving a shit about whatever the fuck other people think. No one can see your bank account. No one can see what it looks like. No one knows. Only you. And if you're going to make yourself proud, and if it's not selfish to do this, that fucking word's gross. I'm like self-most, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be self-most because that's the healthiest version of yourself.
Right. I'm the most always.
Yes.
Always. And that falls under money because we're talking about money, but nobody knows it but you. So if you are not happy and you are not content with what is happening for you, then you have the power to shift that and change that. But you have to do it from a place of love because anything you hate, you can't transform.
I like that.
You know, so you have to be able to fall in love with your money story, your sex story, your love story, your growth story, your healing story. The key is to fall in love with that shit over and over and over again. And when you look up, you'll see it. You know? I love you.
I love you. Have you ever tried this one?
No, but I'm going to, like, as soon as I get home.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so Brie, my bestie TT. So what, oops, my chapstick.
It's okay. Your lips look very moist.
Thanks. They don't feel it.
They do.
It's because I've been talking all day.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thanks. So, Brie, I always love to tell everybody, like, how can they put money into your wallet? How can they follow you? Give us just like the slightest little maybe overview of you.
Of it all. Yeah, so you can follow me definitely on Instagram. It's going to be Breketa_Goodwin. So let me spell that.
Spell it.
It's BREKETA_GOODWIN. And you can catch me doing all the type of things. So I do intuitive coaching. I do readings. I do candle workshops. I do self-love workshops. I do anything that allows people to break free. If it's about liberation, sign me the fuck up and I'm there. So if you want to reach out to me, you can definitely reach out to me. I do a lot of full moon and new moon readings so we can get into how to transform the energy that's in your house because that matters. I believe that you have to use everything divinely, right? We talked about it earlier that when it comes to spirituality, for me, I chose to find God in everything. And because I see God in everything. And that's the way we move. So I'm intuitive. Like if we want to sit down and talk about what's not working, I have the ability and gift to be able to hear. That's one of my gifts. So definitely reach out to me. Let's have a good ass conversation and see where it goes from there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You better.
Yay.
Because you literally, won't regret it.
I swear.
And if you do, weird. Just kidding. But I mean, like, you'll learn something. Like you said, I'm interested in as soon as you sat down and said, I'm interested in what I'm going to learn about myself today from this.
Yeah.
And as soon as I shifted it back into that, like those little tummy butterflies just be going away. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Best day ever.
This is me and me.
This is the dream life.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I was so excited to get here, especially after work and all of the other things we got to do. So this was really delicious, and I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of it.
I'm just a delicious little ice cream cone.
You really fucking are.
Well, thank you so much for listening. And moneymakers, until next time, go out there and make that money.
Ooh, it was the ching ching.
Ka-ching. If you want to put more money into the wallets of women like we do, then check out our website, thewomanownedwallet.com. And we can't wait to continue the conversation on our social media. So definitely follow us on our Instagram, @womanowned.wallet, and on TikTok, @womanownedwallet. You can support us by following our podcast on Apple, Google, and Spotify. And don't forget to leave us a review. Thank you for listening to Woman Owned Wallet, the podcast.